What if the key to unlocking God's greatest blessings in your life is hidden in one surprising trait: humility? Imagine a powerful military commander brought to his knees, forced to lay aside his pride for a chance at healing. Or picture the Son of God himself, kneeling to wash the feet of his followers. What do these moments teach us about true greatness in God's eyes? Stay with us as we uncover the mysterious, life-changing power of humility, and how this one trait can transform everything in your walk with God. Let's start with a story about a man named Naaman. Naaman was a powerful military commander from Syria. He had it all: wealth, influence, success. But there was one thing he couldn't conquer: leprosy, a disease that left him desperate and vulnerable. When he heard about a prophet in Israel who could heal him, Naaman set out, bringing gifts and expecting his status to open every door. But he never expected that his healing would require an act of humility that would challenge him to his core. When Naaman arrived, he expected a grand ceremony, a dramatic healing gesture worthy of his rank. But the prophet Elisha didn't even come out to meet him. Instead, he sent a messenger with a simple instruction: "Go and wash yourself 7 times in the Jordan River, and you will be cleansed." 2 Kings 5 verse 10. Naaman was outraged. What? Wash in that muddy river? He thought, doesn't he know who I am? But that was the point. Healing required humility. Naaman had to set aside his pride, trust, and obey. And only after he humbled himself and dipped into that river did God heal him. This story teaches us a powerful lesson: God often works through humble obedience rather than grand displays. Sometimes, the road to transformation is found in the simple, lowly acts we'd rather avoid. God used Naaman's humility to bring healing, showing us that humility unlocks the power of God's grace in our lives. In the New Testament, Jesus models the ultimate humility. Picture this: at the Last Supper, Jesus does something astonishing. He kneels down and washes his disciples' feet. In that culture, foot washing was the lowest servant's job, yet here was the Son of God, humbling himself, serving his followers. Jesus then said, "I have given you an example, that you should do as I have done for you." John 13 verse 15. This wasn't just an act of kindness, it was a revelation of what true greatness in God's kingdom looks like. Jesus was teaching them, and us, that if we want to follow him, we must be willing to lower ourselves, to serve others with genuine love and humility. Humility is not about belittling ourselves or pretending we're not talented. It's about seeing ourselves accurately, recognizing both our strengths and our weaknesses, and knowing that everything we have is a gift from God. Proverbs 11 verse 2 says, "When pride comes, then comes disgrace, but with humility comes wisdom." Humility helps us see our need for God and allows us to grow in wisdom as we rely on his guidance instead of our own understanding. James 4 verse 10 gives us this promise: "Humble yourselves before the Lord, and he will lift you up." When we approach God with humility, we invite him to work in our lives in powerful ways. Humility leads us to lean on God's strength, to seek his wisdom, and to trust him completely. And the closer we draw to God, the more his presence transforms us. Practicing humility doesn't require grand gestures. It's in the small things: how we listen, how we treat others, and how we serve without expecting anything in return. It's a way of life that shapes us into people who reflect Jesus. As Paul wrote in Philippians 2 verse 3, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility value others above yourselves." When we choose humility, we become open to God's presence in ways we never imagined. This one trait really does have the power to change everything in our relationship with him. So, as you go about your day, take a moment to ask, where is God calling me to be humble? Is there pride I need to let go of, or someone I can serve without expecting anything back? Pray and ask God to help you live a life marked by humility. Let this one powerful trait draw you closer to him, making your relationship richer, deeper, and more aligned with his will. Remember, humility isn't just a trait, it's the doorway to a deeper, more meaningful walk with God. Embrace it, and watch how he transforms your heart and your life.